for the Hoosier Tire Australia Speedweek finale.
Laps ahead of us, Hoosier Tires presents the grand finale. Green flag is in the air.
Manson immediately jumps out to the race lead, goes to the bottom of the speedway in turns 1 and 2. Trevor Green going to try the top side there as Joey Saldana maneuvers into the second spot. Now Green gets a run on him. Side by side for second. Green to the bottom. Now slides to the top, and Joey is up there. Joey Saldana maintains the second spot. Now Max dumping to the inside of Trevor Green for third.
How do you like the front 2 rows of this grid? Plenty of experience in this one as the cars filter through on lap 2. Max Johnston working his way through the field as they go down to turn 3 at the end of lap number 2. It's Madsen from Saldana. Dubsy and Green arguing over 3rd and 4th, and it's Atkinson in 5th and Johnston in 6th.
Johnston got the right rear over the edge of the banking here on the front straightaway, gathered it back in. Now he goes side by side with Ferguson. Meanwhile, Green and Dumpsney continue their side by side battle for the 3rd spot. Green on the top, Max Dumpsney down on the low side of the speedway.
Flame out of Joey Saldana's car, flame out of Joey Saldana's car.
Saldana's car smoking heavily down the backstretch, keeps his foot in it. We'll see some flames again as they enter turn 3.
The boys behind will be sniffing at this and going, yep, I feel another position is coming. It hasn't heard of the momentum of the Hog's Breath Cafe number 9. Green is up to 3rd now. Dumpsy is still in 4th. Your leader, though, is Ian Madsen.
Boys, I'm listening to Ian Madsen's car when it goes by. If you can hear it, he has de-throttled this car. It's just not going. I reckon they've done something to it so it doesn't have all the horsepower because he doesn't need it on this kind of racetrack. I might be wrong, but gee, it is very, very different sound. Joey Saldana's car's cleared.
Saldana has just turned the fastest lap of the race, and he is erasing Ian Madsen's lead, working the top side of the speedway.
Another fastest lap for Joey Saldana that time around, so whatever the issue was has gone. Green and Dumpsney still going at it. Now Johnston and Atkinson engage in the battle. Johnston moves up a spot.
Here's the race for the lead out of turn 4. Joey Saldana has caught Ian Madsen. Madsen to the bottom. Saldana with the right rear on the thin cushion on the top in 1 and 2. Madsen maintains the lead, but the Brownsburg bullet gets the run into turn number 3.
Lap traffic always plays a part, boys, and we're only laps away from it.
You think 2 or 3 laps away as a challenge for the lead now. Saldana to the top side on Ian Madsen, who's hugging the curb in turn 1.
Saldana all over Madsen now, goes to the top in 3 and 4. Madsen to the bottom. Madsen's going to try to hold the lead. Saldana tries to use the momentum out of the 4th corner. Traffic right ahead of the race leaders. We complete lap number 9 of 40.
First 4 have cleared away from Max Johnston. This one, Dumpsney and Green going at it now as we come up to Matt Young, the first of the lap cars.
And Dumpsney and Green both closing in on Madsen and Saldana. We're going to have a 4-car battle for the lead here in traffic in just a couple of moments.
Yeah, it's hard to look on this racetrack right now, boys, because there's racing going on everywhere. And they're in the lap traffic now. The first car they're going to try and pick off is Damien Abbott. In front of him is Matt Young running the bottom side. Now, this is where it'll get real interesting. What opens up, what door, what spot opens up? Look at Max Dumpsney then. Closed right in on Joey Saldana as he went into turn 1. Saldana's gone to the bottom. He had to because Abbott was right on the top. Now Saldana, does he go to the top now because Abbott's gone to the bottom? He drifts up to the top side of the racetrack, opens up the door for Max Dumpsney. Max up to second.
Close stop on the outside of turn 2. It's Sam Walsh in the number 92. Sam Walsh in the 92, and that may save the second spot for Joey Saldana.
Back underway in the restart. Saldana upstairs. Away we go. Dumpsney moves to the inside, but I don't think that's going to be the place to be.
Dumpsney down low, actually gets by Saldana for the moment. Joey gets a run down the back straightaway. Saldana and Dumpsney side by side. Max Johnston up to the 4th spot, and Ben Atkinson now into the top 5. And here comes Lyndon Jeffrey trying to make his way around the outside of Trevor Green for 6th.
Well, Dumpsney's holding second. Saldana is persisting with the top side of the racetrack. Some cars coming through the field, but further back in this field, including Jeremy Cross, who's up alongside Matt Smith, but Ian Madsen reels up another lap. Dumpsney is second. Johnston now starts to challenge the Brownsburg Bullet.
Johnston works the low side, pulls even with Joey Saldana. They'll race for the 3rd spot. Saldana drops the right rear over the edge of the banking on the backstretch. Trevor Green gets back by Lyndon Jeffrey now to move back into the 6th spot.
Max Johnson just got past Joey Saldana. He's picked up third, the young 18-year-old.
Guys, there's rubber down on the racetrack now. Ian Madsen into the low 15-second bracket with the fastest lap of the race. You can definitely see it now on the bottom side of turns 3 and 4. And I think that's going to do in anybody who's trying to maintain progress on the high side of the racetrack.
Yeah, Saldana's gone to the bottom now, boys.
It wasn't going to pay off being up there. Jeremy Cross is trying to do that. He can't get past Linton Jeffrey further in the field. So it's Madsen, Dumsney, Johnston, Saldana, Atkinson, Trevor Green.
Cross off the outside of the racetrack in turn 4.
He gets swallowed by 3 cars, including Jason Sides, who's moving through.
Sides trying to make it work up high still, but everybody in the top 6 now make that the top 10, working the bottom side of the speedway. Once again, back into lap traffic as we approach the halfway point. Max Johnston just turned the fastest lap of this race of 15:157.
Ian Madsen just gets past Damien Abbott, so Abbott's gone down a lap on this green flag laps.
So that took us 8 laps to get to that point. Now he bursts through. Dumsney needs to get past Abbott also. Johnston in third, but now it's a 3-car battle for that position.
And now tire wear is going to come into play as we approach the halfway point in this main event. Still 20 laps to go. With rubber down on the racetrack, the track gets faster, but also gets harder on those big rear tires.
Andrew Wright on the top side in 3 and 4. There's a few guys still trying it on the top side. Saldana wheels it in underneath. Max Johnson, Saldana back on the podium.
Saldana took advantage. Johnston got out of the rubber. In the meantime, Max Dumsney right behind leader Ian Madsen in heavy traffic going into turns 3 and 4.
Half race distance of this 40-lap Speedweek Series finale thanks to Hoosier Tyre Australia. Dumsney still can't get past the Abbott car, and Saldana is buying back into this.
Max Dumsney got up out of the rubber in 3 and 4 the last time by, spun the wheels, lost some ground to Ian Madsen, and that's what allowed Joey Saldana to close. Now, Dumsney to the inside, gets by Abbott, now working on Wright, trying to continue his pursuit of the race leader Ian Madsen, trailing by 1.18 seconds as they cross the line.
Boys, I'm going to say this with, what have we got, 18 remaining. This race is Ian Madsen's only to lose. I say that with respect. Unless another car makes contact with him, I don't want to see that. As I say that, Max Dumsney closes in. Madsen's been the standout performer over this Sydney Speedweek. He's doing a hell of a job leading this race with 17 remaining.
Saldana is coming in. 3 cars now. Look at this. Madsen, Dumsney, Saldana covered by less than a second.
Saville back to the pits.
And it would not surprise me if Ian Madsen doesn't even attempt to put a lap on the number 61 of Matt Young, because if he gets out of the rubber, he knows that'll open up the inside for the 5 of Max Dumsney. And just as I say that, he takes a peek to the inside, but Ian Madsen is not going to do anything desperate to get by Young. He knows Dumsney is right behind him. I'm sure he can hear him. But again, as long as he stays in that narrow patch of rubber around the inside of the speedway, his lead is safe.
The other thing is he knows it's a car behind him, and he doesn't know that it's the actual second place car. He can be just thinking, well, hang on, someone I passed, and I can just sit here, but you never know. Funnier things that happen in sprint car racing. Hey, there's no rear vision mirrors, so he's just got to keep the foot flat to the floor.
We're off another lap.
Madsen got out of the rubber just a little bit coming out of turn 4, got up on the high side. Dumsney was not quite close enough to take advantage, but Ian Madsen did not have a perfect corner that last time by.
Trevor Green starts to lock horns on the back of Joey Saldana. He's taking Atkinson with him. We've got 12 laps remaining in the Speedweek finale here tonight at Sydney Speedway. We're still not getting past Matt Young, but that's probably intentional, as you guys correctly say.
Yeah, Hoosier Tyre Australia bringing us this one. The final 2 nights of Sydney Speedweek. So Ian Madsen's your race leader, Max Dumsney in second. Then we go back to Joey Saldana, Trevor Green, and then also Petty Atkinson. The top 5 take 6, a nose to tail.
Dyson, the lap car in front of Young, almost spun in front of the group there, and that could have been chaos for our leaders.
Adrian Marr going to get shown the noise flag. Adrian Marr about to be shown the noise flag.
30 laps complete, 10 laps to go in the Sydney Speedweek finale presented by Hoosier Tyre Australia here at Sydney Speedway. Ian Madsen leads, Max Dumsney right behind him in second. Joey Saldana in third. Running in the 4th spot, it's Trevor Green, and Ben Atkinson rounds out the top 5.
Is someone going to make the big bold move and have a go? Could you afford to do it?
Not at this point, Stu. I think if anybody's going to make the big move, it'll be with a lap or 2 to go.
Problem is, if you do that, you can end up costing yourself positions by doing that as well.
Well, Madsen is starting to feel a lot of pressure from Dumsney now.
Guys, can you smell the rubber in the air? The rubber is being burned off of these rear tires. And again, right now, it's tire conservation that's a big point for the drivers, especially in the front of the field.
And And it's very hard to tell as these guys go past. Well, one way you can tell, actually, boys, and I've picked it up, looking at Ian Madsen with the white tail tank. He doesn't have much rubber or dust on the back of his, compared to Max Dumsney with the blue and the red number. You can see it's dusty. Joey Saldana has the white number with the black tail tank. You struggle to see the number on the car, so you can see that he's used his tyres.
Well, Dumsney's no stranger to driving on tracks with rubber on them. Former NASCAR champion here in this country, dabbled in V8 supercars in the mid-90s. Is trying to hoe down the man who should win this race morally, Ian Madsen. 5 to go in this one.
Black flag for Adrian Marr. Black flag for Adrian Marr. So Ian Madsen's got a bit of a breather right now between him and Matt Young. The lap cars that were there have disappeared. They're on the top side. Marr going back to the pits. So Madsen's got a bit of air as he hits that inside pole one of those front wheels. He's pulled about a 5-car length lead on Max Dumsney out of 2. Dumsney closed as they went into 3.
Still right behind the Rocket Industries 61 of Matt Young. Ian Madsen giving himself plenty of space there, allowing Young to pull away on the straightaway so that he doesn't get right on his back bumper in the corners. This time by, there will be 2 laps to go.
So Madsen comes across the start-finish line with Dumsney and Saldana. Green has dropped back a little bit. 1.5 remaining as now Madsen, they burst through the lap traffic finally. Down to turn 3, the white photo, 1 to go.
We're going to go yellow. Jamie Veal just blown a right rear tyre. Veal has blown a right rear tyre.
We're going to say green. We're going to finish the race, which is a good idea. This track may not... Oh, Ian Madsen!
Dumsney through!
Dumsney got by Madsen on the final lap! Into 3 and 4!
Oh, Madsen's trying to take out Saldana!
And Max Dumsney wins it!
Oh my goodness, a green!
It goes to Madsen, green third!
What was that about? Dumsney wins this one. Madsen almost gets done for second by Green, and Saldana gets bumped back to 5th. Unbelievable. What a race.
How about it, ladies and gentlemen? The Valvoline GKR transport of Max Dumsney takes out Sydney Speedweek Grand Final.